Hey guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to our 4th episode of our Pathfinder campaign. Okay, so who wants to give us the recap?
I will do it. So in the last episode, we chose to investigate a contract where the night watchman saw some bizarre lights in the hills. We went onto the hills, we found a camp of goblins being led by a bugbear, so we chose to preemptively attack them. We failed our sneak, so they caught us, so we still attacked. We defeated them, tracked them to... He did fail the sneak. We tracked them into a house where we discovered that a really large bugbear, the smaller bugbear and some goblins, apparently are holding a farmer's family hostage. And we are now outside debating about what our plan is.
Okay, so you guys are currently stealth. They haven't noticed you yet. You can see them in through the windows. What are you guys doing?
Okay, so I'm going to go up backwards, probably to the gate.
Duke.
Look around.
Duke. As you can hear some footfalls near you guys on the wall. What do you guys do?
How tall is the grass?
It's fairly short because this is a farming area. It looks like it hasn't been tended to extraordinarily well, but there are things like barrels and other objects around like that.
Okay, if it's from the inside?
Yeah.
I go against the wall.
Okay.
Yes, like
I just make sure that I'm not in view of any like windows or anything.
Okay.
yeah, pretty much. I'm just going for any blind spots I can fix.
You're doo-doo. And then you see one of the goblins look out. And then it pulls the window shut again. You can hear him jumping back down.
Alright, that was close.
We are supposed to be stealthy.
We are stealthy. We are very stealthy.
In stage whisper, of course.
We should probably say trust party.
I'm gonna go out there now, and I'm gonna go draw their attention.
Okay, I'll be right over here. Ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw them outside. You guys stand.
I'm gonna hit him with my stick.
That's not going to do a whole lot.
Maybe I should be the distraction then.
You can be part of the distraction.
Come with me.
Okay.
We'll be the distraction.
Very distracting, yes.
Maybe I should distract them and you should
Yes.
hit them because you're better at it. And I'm faster.
But I'm also not very stealthy.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, as long as you kind of just stay where you're at right now, it doesn't
That's
matter.
fair. Yeah, you bring up a good point.
So, you distract. How about the two of you on one side, the two of us on the other side? This will be one side. You guys can stay over here. We'll move to the other side.
Okay.
They come
Yeah,
out.
you guys go over
attack
there.
from
We'll
both
leave it
Yeah,
sides.
that would be a good idea.
You guys are going to have a little bit of distance to rush because the door is kind of centered in the middle of the house, and then there's some areas to the wall.
That's why I have a bow.
Oh, and that works for me. I just want to make sure everyone's aware of that.
Yeah, we need to get them outside anyway before. So
Also, who's on Hinge side?
My tail around the hatchet
me.
just in case.
Actually.
Oh, actually, I guess it depends.
No,
Which
it's-
depends.
I'll
Which
my
side
tail
are
around
we
my
already
dagger.
on?
Around the door.
So, which side are we already on? As far as the
You
door
guys
goes?
would be on the non-hinged side of the door. So if you're
Okay.
looking straight at the house, you guys would be on the left side.
Okay, so if it's you guys on the hinge side.
So currently, no one's hindered at the moment
Yeah.
to move.
No.
Okay. All right.
And I'll
So
have
you guys
my
wanna stay
tail
over
around
here
my
and we'll
dagger
go
just
there?
ready
Actually,
to take it out.
I can create a large sound over there and I could just help with the killing. Or do you want me to just make the distraction room?
Stay behind us.
That'll work.
And get ready for the healing, because that's going to be a problem.
Shing! As the door flies open and one of the goblins goes stomping down the stairs, grumbling, saying, as he is walking towards the barn. You see another one of the goblins goes out and goes, Mina! As he walks into the barn.
Did they close the door?
Yes, they close the door again.
Okay. That door made a really weird noise, but that aside.
I didn't do a good boom. It just went boom.
I was going to see if they noticed us.
Go ahead.
20.
20, no. They did not seem to notice you. They seem to have been quarreling about something.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys go to the other side, and we'll wait here. And once they get a little bit out, we'll rush them.
Okay. I can make the sound of like a marching
So
group of people.
No.
Oh, okay.
So,
You don't want a marching group of people, otherwise, they're going to stay inside.
but
You You guys hear the sound of a loud hog squeal.
Oh.
Not the big ones.
Exactly.
They're
Anyway.
disgusting creatures.
Anyways, only question for this is if we make a big noise out here, aren't they just gonna have a goblin come to the door and look out, and then the goblin's not gonna see anything, and then
On the roof.
either way, I think it needs to be something that's enough to actually draw them out and not just have a goblin come out to look.
I recommend throwing a brick through the wall, or
Alright.
through the window. Not
Alright.
the wall. You
Alright.
probably can't do a wall.
Just right.
Alright.
You
Alright, I
guys
got
hear
this.
the barn door open and a goblin coming out backwards, just dragging this huge shank of pork. Basically, just a whole pig leg that he's pulled off. And he doesn't seem to be quite strong enough to hoist it over his back, so he's just dragging it through the dirt with his back to you guys.
That'll take hours.
Nah.
Should we take care of him?
I'm gonna go take care of it.
Okay, you go take care of him.
He's ruining good food.
You should wash it off.
I'm gonna go try to sneak up behind him.
Go ahead.
Not a particularly impressive roll, but 13.
13. With the fact that he's grumbling to himself and he's entirely focused on what he's doing, he doesn't seem to notice you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for just basically a stab right into his back.
I believe in you.
Go for it.
Don't mess up.
I try
I'll prepare a
to
bow.
miss.
That was good.
That was good.
I did not miss. I don't think.
I'm
Unless
also
somehow
preparing an arrow just in case he doesn't.
he can handle more than a 21 without noticing me.
Okay. Roll your damage.
7.
You come up from behind, you grab him by the shoulder, he goes to turn, and you immediately right through, and he goes limp and collapses forward.
All right.
I think he got him.
Although out in the open now, there is a shank of pork and a bloody goblin.
Well, that's just a nice lure.
I was gonna say that's actually going to probably help our situation, anyways. So I will move back to the rest of the group.
I will grab a rock.
I think that should help. Actually,
Yeah, that should
Yeah.
probably help.
since there'll be something for them to see out here.
I look at you like, are you gonna be able to throw that?
Stop.
Of course I can. I'm gonna wheel back and I'm gonna try to throw the rock through the window.
It just bounces off the glass.
Roll it.
Do I need to roll to hit it?
No, I'm going to give it to you that you hit it.
Okay, 10.
Okay.
My -2
roll
modifier.
your damage.
Oh, okay. What's the damage on a rock? 4.
Improvised weapon, I think it...
Because I get 1d2 with a rock.
Yeah, I think it is 1d2.
Check
Okay.
wins or odds. Minus your strength modifier.
-1.
Yeah.
You toss it, it hits the wooden part of the frame, and bounces back and hits the ground. You hear some
Not a
movement in
word.
the house.
None of you. I mean,
Are you directly below that window?
I think
he
you
was.
have to be.
yeah.
Okay.
Make the noises.
You see a shadow appear in the window.
Make the ghost sounds or whatever out there.
Okay.
The arms the windows thrown open. Are you just out in the open?
I thought it was
Or
under
you-
the.
or
I thought it
you-
was. I thought it was under the window with
Then
them.
make a stealth roll because he's peering out the window.
27. Or sorry, 28.
And you're making the ghost sounds out there.
I can.
Well, are you or
Are
are
you
you not?
Okay. I
Yeah,
cast. Alright. I
to
cast
decide,
ghost.
no.
I cast ghost sounds, and I'm gonna put it.
Here.
I'm gonna put it out by where the pig was coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and I can make the sound of about. I think it was 4 humans per level, so I can get about 8 people. Like, oh yeah, like angry mob.
He immediately
pitchforks.
goes down like this, and his ears go flat.
I just gotta do this.
He looks over and he sees the dead goblin and the pig. Shook! As he pulls the door shut, and you can hear yelling. First, high-pitched voices yelling inside the house, and then a low grumbling
That's why I said
sound.
don't do that.
You just told me to do that.
I told you not.
You said
I
the
said-
voices.
I said
Not
not violent people because it'll make them go inside. We want to draw them out.
What are they gonna do? Hide? Oh,
Yeah, they're
or
gonna
Yeah.
hold them hostage. Okay. Or they're not gonna be there, and if that goblin gets in trouble,
That's fair.
And let's go ahead and hit the board.
I don't know. I'm not responsible for this.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick moment to give a few thank yous. These are not endorsed, these are just people that we're big fans of. First, our local friendly gaming store, the Gaming Guild. They're a great place for people to organize, plan games, go and get your supplies, all that stuff. We love you guys, thank you so much. The second, to the Tabletop Crafters Guild. They're a wonderful online community where we learned how to make all of our terrain, and me and Amanda actually made all the terrain for this campaign. Jeremy, you're my man, I love you, love my Proxon, you're a great guy.
DM Scotty, you never cease to amaze me and inspire me.
Thank you guys so much. Okay, now back to the campaign. Okay, and here's our scene as the door becomes thrown open as you see the large bugbear pushing his way out with his two-handed axe, just to be pushed out of the way by an even larger bugbear with a mace and a shield. In between their legs, the three remaining goblins come scurrying out of the building, and the bugbear points over to where the body is as all three goblins run over and begin investigating the scene. I'm sure you guys are wanting to sneak up, so let's go ahead and get a fresh set of stealths from everyone.
I mean, I'm in charge range right now. I don't need no stealth.
If they come out and as soon as they look around, immediately spot you.
Well, let me put it this way. I rolled a 1.
Gotcha.
It's a good thing their attention will only be pulled to that side.
That is a possibility.
Well, I rolled a 23 on my stuff.
20.
I rolled a 12.
And Poppy.
21.
So they are not drawn to our side.
I am
Okay.
once again the distraction, as was the original plan.
Okay. Turn the two bugbears towards the side that is drawing attention.
As they pop out, I was like, wow, that worked. Oh.
Okay.
Sure would be good if I had seen it.
And let's go ahead and get initiatives down.
If I could hit you with my staff, I would.
Yeah, this is good.
All right, nat 20.
Oh yeah? I counter your nat 20 with a nat 1.
Yeah, this side is also
Again.
cursed. Yeah.
That's 2 in a row, right?
Yeah, that is 2 in a row.
Good job.
It's spreading.
You're
because
starting
I-
out strong.
I'm gonna put on this hat and see if I can do a trick.
What is yours after calculation?
22.
22. You're probably not fast.
Through sheer fear, I'm going first. Maybe.
Mine's pretty close, though. I'm going at 21.
The
So am I.
goblins are also going at 21.
Well, if
What?
you all have really high initiatives, so my 1's not gonna really matter too much.
What's your dex mod?
3.
So is mine.
Well, you guys will be going before the goblins.
Okay, so I'll go get a knife, and you guys can fight over.
I'll let him go first.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, regardless of what you do, my plan is to go out there and stab one of them in the back.
Aha.
It's gonna be the big one. That's the one I want to fight.
What, you want to fight the big one?
Yeah, big one. That's what I want to fight.
Or the really big one?
The really big one. Obviously.
Okay, because there's a big one and there's a really big one.
The really big one
Semantics.
is still a big one.
Okay, so that's up to 21 taken care of.
Are you at 20?
I'm no.
Where'd you at?
I also rolled a 1.
Oh, well,
So
That's
I'm at 4.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to go
I-
ahead
so-
and give you the other monsters.
Oh, I see
The
rolls have
Bugbear
reversed
Champion
today.
are
You guys
at-
are rolling poorly.
yep.
The Bugbear Champion is at 12, and the Bugbear is at 11.
This feels more like the norm, more where it should be. Me and the 1s, we get along well.
Well,
They show up a lot.
thus far it's been me, so
I know.
I'll let you hold that torch for a while.
okay, so who's going last?
Well, I'm at a 4 with my 1 that I rolled,
And I'm at a 7.
Okay.
which is impressive.
I feel like perhaps his initiative may be improved in some way.
No, trait.
Trait. I mean, it's still improved in some way.
Yeah.
Just because he was.
Just my reference wasn't quite correct.
Yep.
Okay. Initiative all written down.
You're doing it wrong. All traits should be used to improve swim speed. All of them.
Well, shut up, lizard man.
I love my lizard man. I really want to just throw him on the board now.
No.
But no. Okay. Who's up first?
Calyx.
All right, now the side because I can't remember, the side that I'm on, is the window on this side, or is it up here by the door, or is there...
It's around the side there.
So there's a window over here.
Yes.
Okay. Can I get inside the window?
Okay, make an athletics.
Acrobatics, you mean?
Oh, sorry, acrobatics.
Okay. 13.
13, that's enough to catch and pull yourself up.
Okay.
Okay.
Can he actually pull himself
I think
That's
you can.
the-
I think
It's
you can.
dexterity.
Well,
Or a climb.
is strength.
No.
I'm kidding. It's probably not that high up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So you probably want to.
Okay, and that can count as your movement. Do you have an action you're willing to take?
What's inside when I get in there?
The place is in shambles. There is a man and a woman in the corner. They don't seem to have noticed you. They're both chained to the stove there. There is a pile of just broken things where it looks like they had smashed the table, smashed a lot of the furniture, and pushed it up in the corner. It looks like the big bugbear's been seen there. You kind of see his butt print in it. There's piles of rotten food in the floor. They've just wrecked this house.
Okay. Do I have any more movement to get close enough to them? Do they look hurt? Can I tell?
It's hard to tell what's dirt and what's bruises. They're definitely not in a good state.
Okay.
Now a kobold has come into their house as well.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay.
Goblins and bugbears now.
Do I have any more movement? Do I have
kobolds?
any more movement to get up to him?
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hold my action for now. while
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Next is Renault.
Well, I'm gonna come up behind this even bigger bugbear, and I'm gonna try to stab him in the back.
Okay. He seems to be entirely unaware of you.
As any good swashbuckler would, you know.
Well, I rolled a 20 to hit him. So
You're
let's
gonna
see
hit
if I
him.
can definitely hit him.
I will be
But
the
real
martyr
good.
of
Is that a natural
today.
20?
Yes,
Yep.
it was a
Yep.
natural
Oh,
20.
nice.
So, and then I got a 19 to confirm.
That's going to confirm on him.
Awesome.
Too bad you're not down in international,
Yeah.
unless you are.
No, I am, because I used them last time.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to So 14 damage.
Okay. You get down, you creep up behind him. You see an area where his armor's not fully tight, and you realize you can get a really strong grip on there. You grab a hold and just drive it straight down into him. He leans back and lets out a cry of pain as you rip it back out. You can tell you've done serious damage to him. He is hurt very badly. Who is next?
Me. Okay.
This is how it'd be, like the skeletons didn't have those holes in them.
I understand how the dibsing works. So do I?
Do you?
It is a good question.
I'll draw the attention of the goblins.
Yeah, they don't seem to have noticed. They're now starting to notice things wrong now that they've heard their boss like scream out in pain from that vicious beating.
Okay, and then I am
Vicious stabbing.
Vicious stab. There we go.
going to stab at the goblin. Oh jeez, where's my die?
18 will hit.
Yeah, that's before all of my stuff was added. So.
Now take him out with a single blow.
I mean, that would be nice.
You guys do know this is meant to be fairly challenging, right? Yeah? Yeah? No.
So
I mean, it
that's
still could turn around on us.
5 damage.
Takes a bunch of ones and a bunch of 20s. And
You
they're all
come up
ordered.
behind him, you
Yep.
see him turn to the left as you goes to the right, and just give him a right across the ear. He falls to the ground with just this huge gaping wound in his back, but he catches himself right before he fully falls, and just kind of is barely keeping himself up. He looks like he's on the edge of death. You need one more hit point.
Yep.
Who's next?
should have dropped. Next is the goblins.
Okay, turn all the goblins and move them into close combat with our mouse there.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what was going to happen.
Look at her, dibsing 3 goblins.
I
Selfish.
have
It's selfish.
I have to make up for the size. You got the biggest thing, now I have to have the most things.
Will 14 hit you?
No.
That will not hit you. Will 19 hit you?
Yes.
And we're looking at
A dead copy?
2 damage. As so, and that's. Oh, I'll just go through the whole thing. As they become aware of you, turn. One stabs at you as you kind of fade back. The other one comes in like that, and you kind of break his attack by just kind of knocking him off you. But while we're fighting them, you don't see the one that's kind of laying on the ground, just barely standing up, just stabs you in the leg.
Ow!
Who is next?
He's trying to get his revenge.
Bugbear champion.
Turn around.
He has found his opponent.
Angry. You can feel just the hot breath and seething rage coming off this creature. And let's see if he can do it.
What could he possibly be mad at you about? Huh?
What does he seem to be doing?
He just gave him his back
He's
scratch.
swinging back with his large mace and just bringing it straight down.
Alright, well. First question. You said he's big, but
He's
is he
big.
big enough to count as, like, actually a size larger than me?
No, he's just basically the largest of the regular humanoid size.
Okay,
can be.
then I'm going to use Opportune Parry and Repose.
Go ahead.
Roll
Very nice.
20,
Very nice.
so I got a total of 27 to parry his attack.
He got a 24. I cannot believe you parried that.
Yeah.
He comes in just swinging down hard. You see that mace coming down. You look at your rapier and you realize there's no way that you're going to swat away this blow with a rapier. So instead, you kind of just catch him in the face with the hilt, throwing him off.
Alright.
And would you like to do the riposte now?
I will expend a point of panache to try to make an attack at him as well. I got a 21 to hit.
21 will do it.
And 8 damage.
So you knock him away and you bring it around. You give him a hard jab. He now has a wound here to match the one on his back. As he stumbles forward, just beaten and bloody, it looks like his eyes are getting a little crossed as he's just kind of staggering there.
Oh, you didn't connect the folds. You got both on both sides, so it's just gonna match.
Got a nice path through.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
The not so big bugbear.
Bring him towards that guy over there that he heard chunking around.
I don't know.
Go
what you're
fight
talking about.
Caius.
Well, I'm still flat-footed.
Well, let's see if
Not
you
a very
can do
good
that.
idea. Why would you do that? I don't know.
I'm assuming a 20 will hit you?
Yes.
God, these guys are really bad. He comes up and just swings wide, just kind of ignoring where your armor placement is. He just swacks straight into one of the metal, or one of those, what are those called?
Pauldron?
Into the pauldron. He still drives through and does some damage to you, but it looks like it's pretty much minimal damage for 4 damage.
That's about as much damage as a goblin did.
You should inform him of that,
Yep.
so he gets more angry.
Like a goblin.
He does hit like a goblin.
Okay, who's next?
More Drax. Oh, do you have
No longer
thing
hiding.
you want to
Yeah,
do in this
obviously.
full action?
Oh, wait.
Okay.
And I'm going to move here, so I'm flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Swift action, take up the dagger.
Can you get into there without invoking?
Provoke, yeah, he can get up, he can move around. You
Yeah.
should have enough.
Okay.
And going to stab him.
Go for it.
Let's see here. Where is my...
So you give up the dibs once you flank with somebody to, get a bonus.
Yep, well, obviously.
Does that mean like shared dibs?
25.
25 will do it.
Assist, I believe.
For a total of, let's see, where is my... 7 damage.
Okay. You come up, you slip in behind him as he's focused on trying to drive this axe into Caius. You give him a nice jab right in the back. And you see a strong spurt of blood trickling down now. Who is next?
Caius.
There we go. Bottom of the round.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make this 3 ones in a row. I am just going to go from top down and try to get him across.
Okay.
See what happens.
With a flanking bonus. Yeah.
Okay, it's not a failure immediately. So that is 5, 11, 12, 13. Probably not enough there.
Let's see.
Sounds
You catch him right in the small bit of armor he has on the side, and the blade just stops. Who's next?
That is bottom of the round, so.
Question: how far am I between me and them?
Movement.
I mean, like distance-wise.
Distance, let's say 20 feet.
20 feet. All right. I'll wait. Am I lucky enough that the key is somewhere on a wall?
You don't see one.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. I'll wait.
Okay, well, that's bottom of the round.
Yay. Okay.
Top of the round.
Okay. Question. Would I be able to use my Revelation Dust to Dust to be able, which lets me, I attempt a Sunder combat maneuver, and it says everyone within 10 feet, their weapons take 1d4 damage times 3.
You want to use it to break the chains? Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Awesome. Okay, so then I'm going to take my movement up to them and attempt to do that. Actually, now that I'm closer, can I tell about whether or not they look injured?
Oh yeah, they're injured. It looked like they've been smacked around quite a bit.
Okay.
And provide an act of opportunity from them.
No. Alright,
I mean, you don't know. You might.
plus 5.
Actually, it's pretty easy to just kind of look at Calyx and tell he's not a regular kobold. He
I
kind
know.
of looks like a good guy.
I know.
Oh, the aura of good.
Ah, yes. Oh, I'm a wonderful scales. Yes.
It's a great way to trick
I'm
people.
It's a weird
It
trait.
is.
It's a weird trait, but
It
I
is.
like it.
Wonderful scales. 12.
12. You focus, release your energies. You get some flashes of things that you didn't necessarily want to see, but you push through it.
Uh-huh.
And when your eyes open back up, the chains have rusted or beginning to
That was
fall
just a
away.
hit.
Oh, I thought that was. Oh, sorry.
that
I
would
thought
be
that was the
successful.
effectiveness.
That was not bad. 9.
9. Still same effect. As you open your eyes back up, the chains are falling apart.
Okay.
They kind of look up at you in shock.
Let's get out of here.
They get down and they start to kind of sneak.
Okay, sneak like I do.
Dude, do you know where they took our kids?
I curse in Kobold. So that way they don't know that I did that. Okay. No. But hang on. Do you have like a basement or something?
No, we don't have a cellar.
Okay. Is there like an attic?
No, you look up and you can see the raft, like straight through the rafters.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
that was a dumb question.
All right. Well, we're gonna start with you, and then I'm gonna keep searching. Okay. Assuming nobody outside is dead.
They look very concerned, but it looks like they're willing to go
No.
with the plan for the
My
moment.
buddies and me are trying to rescue you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm playing B in case they die.
He looks around, and he goes over to a loose floorboard. He pries it up, and he pulls out an old, very nice sword.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna go for the window, or you go ahead for the window and get out the window and head for the barn or wherever. I don't care, just not to the front.
Okay. Let's see. We have a good piece for this guy.
Is he just like a random dude?
Just a random dude.
Random dude?
Random dude.
Let me check the random dude.
Grab the guy that we have in the other room. He's not wearing a shirt. He already looks beat up. He has a really savage-looking weapon. That doesn't quite fit, but the rest of it works pretty well.
Yeah.
So grab him.
So the sword's not a nice-looking sword; it's a savage-looking one.
No, it's going to be a nice-looking sword, but it'll be physically represented by a dude with a savage-looking weapon.
Is there a knowledge to know whether or not bugbears are prone to eating children?
What would be good knowledge for that?
Do you just want to
Knowledge.
I'm open to you pitching me something.
Do you just
Actually,
from on the side
yeah.
where Kobold is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be knowledge local.
Knowledge local.
I'll take it.
At an 8, so I assume, yeah.
You're not really sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Shirtless man acquired.
Those two.
And let's put him on the initiative at 19.
There's actually a nice space there for him.
Okay, who's next?
Okay, next it is Renault.
All right. Well, seems like a good idea to try to finish this guy off if I can.
Just leave him where he is.
Just ignore him for the rest of the fight.
Exactly.
No, I think I'll try to hit him instead. So let's do that. So I rolled a 1 though, so it's back now. It's back now.
Okay, so I'm gonna restart right now.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
26.
So-
Good.
Yeah. Okay,
You go to
so
give
it's
him
going back to-
another jab, and he just checks you back with his shield.
I'd say I'm
And
getting too
balance
cocky, but
is
that's
once
not
again
possible.
restored.
Okay, who's next?
Me. Okay, so obviously flurry of blows.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No other
There
way.
is no.
Angry mouse thing is angry.
There's no other way. I have to. Okay, so my
Her
face
fist
rolls an
squeaks
18,
of
so that
rage.
hits. Let's do some damage. 1 damage.
And who's that to?
The hurt one.
Okay.
So luckily that's all.
All you needed on the hurt one, yeah.
Yeah. And then.
Oh no.
And then I am going to
Even the
continue
woods
my
are against us.
onslaught to the one on my right.
Okay.
Except I'm probably not actually. So that's
You play a little at him.
4. Okay, that's terrible. So 9. So no.
Okay. You come down with a solid hit on the first one. You grab the bite and you go to pitch it into the next one. His eyes get big, but he sees it coming. Kind of does a leap bound over the guy you just threw.
Okay, that's not what I was planning on doing, but that is cooler than what I did.
Yeah,
so
let's just
Will
move
you
him.
take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move to
So-
where he's being thrown. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Who is next?
Goblins.
Now there's only 2 of them.
Yeah, there's only 2, but they are flanking me, so
Who's
that's annoying.
that?
Probably 5 foot.
So what happens whenever you? Yeah. You,
Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, then the 8 definitely doesn't. The first one comes in with a
Unless
thrust.
it's opposite
You
work day.
shoot backwards, just conveniently dodging the one that was behind you, also thrusting forward, as you avoid both attacks. Who is next?
The farmer guy.
Let's see. Can he make it into combat with the bugbear from where he is?
Let's see.
Probably.
Let's find out. So he's going to ignore everything Kalik said and immediately attack into combat. I like this guy.
That's fine.
So
A lot of people ignore what I say, which they probably
guessing
should.
30-foot movement.
Yeah.
If he's not hobbled or anything, makes sense.
He's bruised up, but he's not hobbled.
Yeah, he can get there.
Yeah, move him in there.
So does he still get
He doesn't get the flank though, but
now?
He's a little off kilter.
yep.
He comes in with a hard swing from the sword. The bugbear seems to be coming in, just kind of kicks one of his legs out from underneath him, causing his throw to go wide and just strike into the ground. He quickly just pulls himself back up and resets his stance. Who is next?
Bugbear champion.
He's gonna try to squish him over. No.
Well, I was gonna try to parry him again.
Let's see. Come on.
Oh.
10.
16.
Well,
But the
still not
16
a hit.
hit you. Darn it. He comes in with another wide swing. It's heavily projected, so you can pretty much tell. Or sorry, not projected, broadcast. It's heavily broadcasted, so you can pretty much see where it's swinging. You go to knock it away, but the blow is just too strong as it throws it back. But you're able to still just kind of roll with it and get out the way to strike.
Not taking damage is good enough for me.
Who's
Yeah.
next?
Other bugbear.
Other bugbear is going to.
Yeah, it's 1 of 3 targets. So
Oh. Let's turn around and hit the guy who knifed him.
bring it on.
He's gonna just turn and make a heavy swing over his head.
You can keep things showing a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. It gets like this whenever it's
22.
Yep.
It's late.
it gets a little cranky.
For 9 damage as he catches you right along the collarbone.
It's a notable hit.
Yep.
It's definitely not a
Apparently
goblin
swing.
swing.
Who is next?
Mordrax.
He who has
Oh.
been axed.
Yep. Well, tit for tat, I guess. So 21 to hit him.
21 will hit him.
For another 7 damage.
You take that hit, you stumble back for a moment, you bring up the dagger and just right in through some of his patchy armor, and you see just another stream of blood just starting to pour right out. He looks like he's badly hurt now. Who's next?
Caius.
Take the sword, go for another slash. Now he's got his back turned to me. Hopefully I can hit him. Not in that one piece of armor he's got.
We'll see.
We will in fact see. So 8 plus 5 equals 13, so 15.
15, that's just enough to do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which is exactly enough for me. So that's 1, 4. That'd be 13 damage.
Would you care to describe it?
I just take it and swing upwards and cut in, probably down here at the lower hip area, and straight into the spine, probably hit there, and then try to pull out before I get it caught, let him fall to the ground.
Smoothly cut in, smoothly cut out. He just kind of shook and collapses to the ground.
Yeah.
We should go help Poppy.
Who is next?
I'm fine, I've got this. That's bottom of the round.
She's not fine. She doesn't have this.
Top of the round.
She might, but
Caleb.
she's lost a lot of blood.
Guys, there's missing kids. I think we need one of them to figure out where they are. We're gonna need one of them alive.
Do they speak our language?
We'll find somebody who does.
Have we checked? You're right. We should hold one down, but
Probably a wise idea. Maybe one of the goblins.
Not gonna be this one that I'm fighting, that's for sure.
And one of the goblins it is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What's the goblin? What are their? I'm gonna come around. Can I see the goblins?
Yeah, you can see the goblins.
What are they holding? What are they holding?
They're holding just short swords.
Short swords? Okay. I'm gonna cast Burning Disarm on that one.
Okay.
A reflex save.
Ooh, maybe one is a +1 short sword.
Maybe.
Will a 16 do it?
What's my difficulty for that? Don't have to roll?
Is it
No.
a spell or is it an ability?
Spell.
Yeah, there's just a DC that I have to hit.
The DC is going to be the level of the spell.
Okay. Oh, plus my further plus 10.
Yep.
Yep, so 14. Yeah, beats it.
Okay. He sees it heating up and he immediately drops it.
But
Okay.
he has, in fact, dropped his weapon.
And his
Yeah,
eyes
that's
get big, his ears perk up. He's like, ah!
Gotcha.
Also good.
But he is now disarmed.
He is disarmed.
Yep.
Okay. For now?
Well, once again, let's see if we can finish this guy off and not roll a 1. So, taking a thrust at him.
That's not a
22
one.
to hit.
22 will hit. It's not looking good for Bugbear Champion.
I only did 4 damage though.
Would you care to describe it?
Turns out 4 was just the number you needed.
Well,
This champion was such a disappointment.
it's not that he was a disappointment. I was just impressive. I'm not really, gonna give him the time of day of being particularly impressive. I'm just gonna stab him through the chest and then step off to my next opponent.
You stab him in the chest. He grabs your arm. He seems to be trying to pull you in towards his snapping and snarling and spit going everywhere maw. But as you twist, he just seems to give up that last bit of strength and collapses forward.
There we go.
Just like that one scene with Aragorn versus the Uruk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Draw back my weapon and then step over to the goblin that she's fighting over there.
Okay.
The one on the other side.
Okay.
Oh, the other side?
The one not disarmed.
Yep.
Order X, catch the unarmed one.
Who's next?
Me. Okay, so how does subdual damage work?
You take a -4 to hit, and you're doing non-lethal damage at that point.
Okay. Flip my sword around to the blunt side. I can still flurry blows.
Yep.
Okay.
You could also just punch him for it, but I guess
I could, but...
you wouldn't get the negative at that point because you're a monk.
That's good.
And while your hands might be registered as a lethal weapon, you can use them non-lethal.
So that's 14 to hit.
14 will not hit.
Let's,
As he just kind of ducks behind.
let's try again. You said -4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one. So,
Bom, bom, bom.
Who is next?
goblins.
Well, the goblin that is missing his weapon is going to turn around and try to run away.
We have our champion.
Okay.
You can take an attack of opportunity if you like. He's just panicking.
Sure. I get +1 on that. So that's 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright. 5.
5. He turns and you get. Is it where you're doing subdual?
Mhm.
You just give him a conk on the back of the head with your sword, and he just goes limp.
Got him. Okay.
Okay, I knocked one out.
Good job.
The other one looks at you, looks at Renault, looks back at you, drops his weapon.
This one surrenders.
We've got options.
That's fair.
Which one do we want?
But
Actually,
this one's already conscious. So we don't need to wake the other one up.
We don't have to. No, not right
Yeah.
now. I
As
meant
you
we
see,
could
just
keep
a-
them alive.
what if that one was more? What if that one was more cooperative than the other one?
What's wrong with you?
Mordrax understands.
As you see just a pool of blood underneath that one now.
That was unnecessary.
So you guys meant one thing, but I meant what Mordrax meant.
But we could have at least waited to see if this one would talk.
This
So
one
we
will
had-
talk.
Oh, we'll make sure he
surrendering
talks.
to us. He's gonna
As the door opens up, the woman looks out and sees all the dead goblins, and she goes running past you guys, and she's running to the barn.
Running.
The
after
husband
her.
drops the sword that he's holding, is running that way as well.
I'll watch the goblin.
You said there were missing kids, right?
Yeah.
Let's check. Well, they got the right idea. Let's check the barn. You guys-
I'll watch the goblin.
They start scavenging through the barn, and they seem to stop at one of the stalls as their eyes get big, and then the two of them just rush in.
I kind of eye the stall as I follow.
You see them inside the stall, like closely holding their two children.
Gotcha.
One a boy, one a girl, both much like them, heavily bruised, extremely dirty. Both of them chained. After a long embrace, the man turns and looks around the barn, and he runs and grabs one of his hammers, and he starts just knocking away at the iron fixings holding them in place.
Come back. We need some healing over here.
Huh?
I'll watch the goblin.
Oh, I'm coming.
That kobold's really weird. Okay.
And you know what? At this point, we don't really need the board anymore, so let's get the cameras back on us.
Okay.
Next.
All right.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching our campaign so far. I hope you guys are enjoying the journey. I know I am. Now, if you guys are looking for a way to support us in this, what you can do is you can look on our Patreon. Even a $1 a month donation really helps us put out better content for you guys, and everything you put into the channel is going to come right back to you guys in the videos. Okay, now back to the table. Okay, after everything dies down for a moment, the man comes back up to you. I can't thank you enough. Who are you?
Well,
Oh,
my
we're
name's
just
Bruno.
That's Bruno. My name's Caius.
More Drax.
Poppy.
Mighty.
See, you can do it.
I'm looking at the kids. Do they
You
look?
can socialize.
Do the kids look hurt?
Yes, the mother's currently tending to the wound. She has a wet rag and she's washing out the cuts.
Cure light wounds. Cure light wounds.
The kids are just like mesmerized as this wave of light goes over them and their wounds start closing. The little girl goes, How did you do that?
Good thoughts. That's the best way to explain it.
The mother thanks you.
Oh no, I say making.
I'm making sure the goblin's not going anywhere.
Okay.
I said by making best of a bad situation.
I do not leave him alone with the goblin.
Sorry.
Um,
So I got 7 on the girl, and then I got 3 on the boy.
okay. They still look dramatically better.
Okay.
The man picks up his sword and he starts unwrapping a blue ribbon that's tied around it. I want you guys to have this. This was my grandfather's. He was a captain in the army. I've always been told it was good luck.
I mean, we would be...
Happy to take that from you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
It's a very nice
Not to accept a
ornate.
gift.
It's a very nice ornate blue ribbon. It has silver filigree in it, just in ornate designs.
I start taking. What are you doing?
I start digging around in my bag.
That's what I was doing
Can
too.
I stealth check this to hide it from the group, or is this a sleight of hand sort of thing?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't want them to see me fiddling around with my stuff.
Quick, everyone cover your
Let's do
ears.
sleight of hand.
Okay, I'm not trained in that, so no. But
You need to be trained for that.
I dig around and pull out like a little small pouch and kind of start putting some coins in it.
I start poking all of you guys too when I see Poppy doing this.
What? What?
How much are you putting in?
Oh, okay. That's what you mean. That's
Yeah.
why you're putting it.
I was like,
I have no concept of the value of money, so 10 gold.
I'll match it.
Well, I have to match
I
it.
start poking you.
I just pull the 10 gold out and
Start poking more Drax.
Yeah, I might as well.
10 copper.
Yeah, man. I don't pay attention to money. There's like, that's useful for me.
Alright, I put in 10 gold too.
Holy
Okay.
crap, okay.
Alright.
But,
So there's 50 gold in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just go up to the guy. Here, they're probably going to need to do some repairs.
He opens it up, and his eyes get really big. No, there's no way I can. And his wife comes up, gives him a stern look. She takes it in her hand and goes, "Thank you all so much."
You're welcome. Do you want to hit him with my stick?
No.
I'm just saying, you can hit him with it. It's okay.
My husband's proud, but he's very kind.
So, I know this is not the best time, but they were roasting one of your pigs, and it is up on top of the hill if you're interested in a meal.
We'll likely need to do that. They've been killing our livestock for about 3 days now.
Yeah.
They've been... Some creatures have been coming up. I've never gotten a good look at them. And they've been hauling off some of them too, so I think there's more of them out there.
That's not good. More tracks. Do you think you can find the tracks?
Yeah, but
Did you ever see anyone that looked more important than the big one?
No. These were smaller creatures. Kind of like the goblins.
Were they frogs?
No, there was one of those, but it was always kept chained up outside. It was my understanding it was a prisoner too.
Yes. Yes, it is currently probably eating things.
Yep. We've unleashed it upon the world.
Well, that's not how I would phrase it.
See, Mordrex, are you looking for the tracks?
well, right now we have a goblin that is nearby. So I'm actually going
Mordrex, I'm watching the goblin. You can go track.
I'm actually going to... First of all, I'm not going to have my weapons on me. I'm just going to take him by his foot, put him in sleep. Okay, what are you kind doing over here? Speak English.
He doesn't speak common.
Hit him till he learns common!
I
Whack him!
I whack you and then
Ow.
walk over to you and grab your hand. Let him go, Mordrax.
I'm still not.
Mordrax, let go.
Shh. As he starts just hissing at you.
We could
him
just
down
take him
more
to town
drops.
and just have him interrogate him there.
I pick up the goblin.
I really
It's
don't
okay.
know.
It's
Or
okay.
we could just deal with him now and move on.
First off, they're not nice beings. I
No,
don't
they're
feel
not.
that bad.
But that does not make you any. It makes you kind of like this if you start
He
going
reaches
around
down
doing
and he
that.
bites you hard on the wrist. With the
That's
other side.
I'm wearing spiked gauntlets.
Bites you hard on the spike gut. Looks like he might have lost a tooth in the exchange.
No. You see, you're right. I'm sorry. He's a kind, gentle creature.
I
I'm
didn't
very
say that.
far-
I just say you're more of a monster if you're going around beating them and
I
torturing
didn't
them.
hit him that hard.
I don't think anybody said anything about torture.
Okay,
Make
Yeah,
a
and-
string real quick.
I agree with Mortar.
It's inquiry.
20.
Yeah, I like that.
He's not breaking out.
I like Mordorax's approach of strangle him till he learns to comment.
Really? That'll totally
I
work.
don't like that approach because it's impractical and it won't work. I don't mind the approach
And
of
it's
just
also
dealing with him
cool.
now and moving on.
Why don't we just take him to town and have him interrogated there?
They're not
Yeah.
going to get anything out of him.
Potentially they are. He surrendered.
It's not that hard to
You
learn.
can get information out of him, including
He's a
what's been
goblin.
hiding.
He's not going to have anything useful to say.
Want to make a bet?
I bet you say.
Five
right.
gold. We'll make it simple.
5 gold. 5 gold's not even worth betting.
Okay. 20 gold.
Make it 50.
50? Okay.
Alright.
Let's make it 100.
Well, that's just silly.
Okay, 50 this.
So what is it? What are the parameters of this bet?
If he has anything useful to say about the people who have been skulking around here that the gentleman here has been talking about, or leads us to further information, I
No.
move him away from him.
Did you rip the wings off of flies as a child?
It's a discipline tool that's fairly common amongst a lot of people.
So yes.
You just
So, if we can find any useful information from that, then I win. If he provides nothing, except for what we've already seen, then you win. Give or take, like if he just tells us there's more goblins out in the wilderness, that doesn't count.
He has to provide us with usable, actionable information.
As long as you're willing to have a gentleman's agreement on what that exactly means, so we don't have to write that out in a contract. Sure.
this is the
Yeah,
longest
that's fine.
wager I've ever seen.
Okay, great. We have a wager now. We have a wager. Leave this goblin alone. He's
So-
important.
So let's go back to town and I can.
And if something
Rest.
happens to the goblin between now and then, the wager is void.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm tired.
Okay, well
and
let's
a
go get
little
some.
bleeding.
Let's heal her. Heal her, please.
There you go, good buddy.
Do you have any cure lights left?
No.
It's okay. I'm glad.
There.
I'm glad he used them on the children.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
I would
Like to rest? Okay.
collapse
That's all I
and
had left.
Okay, let's go collect the pig and such, and maybe a little bit,
A little
bit.
frog guy or something.
And
Figure out what we're doing with that.
yes, and
And there's another goblin up there still too.
he's probably run by now.
Unconscious. Oh.
If he's unconscious beyond this point, he's probably dead.
Okay.
Is he out there?
Still
I
unconscious.
might have hit him too hard.
You can't see there from here.
No.
You'll have to travel back
It's
up
like-
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
well let's go find
Oh
out.
yeah, that
Okay.
one.
Mordrex, you just kind of pick this up while you're traveling. You think the footprints that they're talking about, seeing those things coming in, you think it's probably that camp that you guys have already taken out.
Oh.
That's just a bet. I get what I want.
Wait, hang on. Wasn't there one we knocked that you knocked unconscious that we just left up there in the pile?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I gave the Gripply, the frog man.
No. I meant up with the you knocked
Yeah.
one out with your
Yeah,
sword.
that's the
and
one
then
that he
he
has.
murdered it.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and then we got the one that surrendered. So
My bad.
Yep.
As you guys make
Then
it
he
back up
murdered.
there, the goblin is dead, but it's not where you left it.
Okay.
Uh,
Does it look attacked?
It looked
it's
like he
kind
may have
of-
been stabbed with a sword.
It does look like he's been stabbed by a sword, and the Gripply does have the blade clutched in one hand. He's turning with the other one with like an eye on the woods. As you guys pop up, the Gripply goes,
Did
And then
he
recognize
attack
you.
you?
I was
yes, he attack.
Okay, well then he deserved that.
sense motive.
I might as well.
I'm sure he meant the best.
13.
12.
I don't care.
You don't think that the Gripply's straight out lying to you, but there may be a little bit of exaggeration in there.
He got up and started being threatening.
It's like yelling with his hands up in the air like
murdered
this.
with him.
And you don't see any weapons near the goblin, so maybe.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you know Goblin? Can you speak it?
Little.
No, just take him to town. It's a real easy spell. Somebody there's gonna know it. It really is.
Okay.
If you
we'll,
say.
we'll do that in town. This goblin can live that long. It's not hurting you right now.
I wasn't killing it, now was I?
Oh, you're eyeing it.
Its presence offends Mordrax.
Can I sleight of hand poke the goblin? I hit him, just poke
Do you
him.
have sleight of hand?
I
Stu?
sure do.
Go ahead.
21.
Yeah, I can get that right.
I mean, you probably wouldn't even have got it with that because like the goblin's just screaming and kicking. It'd be so easy to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Betty.
We fix goblin?
We
We
talked to
find
him
out
first.
What it's doing.
Know what it knows.
No.
But this is the family there. They're going to eat their pig, and we're going to eat some too. And
We don't know the pig came from there.
They really.
I think we know the big game.
We assume the pig came from there.
Giving pig back?
You can have some.
The Gripply cuts a long cut of meat off.
What's her name?
Katja.
Katja? Okay. It's easy enough to remember.
Katja kind of looks down at the rags and clothes.
I don't have any on me, but we can get you some in town.
She goes over and looks at the goblin's clothes and kind of goes, yeah.
We get some in town.
I can give you my cloak for now. Here.
The Gripply like particularly ties up around like the chest and stuff.
For modesty.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I guess we eat a little bit before we
Pull
Head
it down
out.
there.
yeah.
Was it even particularly obvious for the rest of us that the Gripply was female?
No.
Okay.
Frogs don't have a whole lot of obvious things, and she is wearing a loincloth, so unless you're probably another Gripply or someone who spends a lot of time with Gripplies, you likely wouldn't know.
Okay.
Would I possibly know about the times in the swamp?
I'll let you choose on your own.
Okay.
So if you feel that you spend time around Gripplies, then yeah, you would probably recognize.
Okay.
Another round of poking.
Okay.
That's okay. It's pretty easy to just do it without anyone noticing.
Okay. Well, I think we've all lost enough blood today.
I feel
I,
good.
I don't want to lose more blood, but
I
not
didn't.
really.
I feel good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can just, if you hold still, I just let them all loose on you real quick and
Back.
Anyways,
It looks like if let go, he would definitely come after you.
he really doesn't like you. I wonder why.
So, cobalt
Do
racism.
you think you two can handle carrying the pig?
Me and Mordrax?
Yeah.
They're not that
I
heavy.
suppose.
It looks big and lots of meat, so
Well, Poppy's not going to carry it down,
no.
Just kind of pick up with
And
my
no.
main strength.
and
It was like,
Yeah, you guys have no issue carrying it.
I assume it's a big hog.
It is.
It's not a small one.
And it's big, but you guys are going to be able to
Yeah,
move
is
it
it
as long as
two
there's two of you guys on it.
Is it like pretty well cooked by this point? or-
Yeah, it's thoroughly cooked at this point.
We had
Maybe
entire
it's slightly
contest.
overdone.
Alright then. Somebody probably wants to put the fire out.
That's probably for the best.
yeah, just
The Gripply goes over and starts just kind of kicking up dirt onto it. And after a few moments, he goes out.
Okay. Well, let's go deliver this pig and then,
Eat some pig.
Yeah.
And then go back to town.
we
Okay.
do so.
You go down there. They're happy to have the food back. They seem famished. They quickly eat some, and they share with you guys as much as you want.
Probably eat a bit, but kind of feeling.
The kids are collapsed around their mother. They're just out.
Aren't they?
Okay.
Job well done.
Yes.
Job done.
Okay. I am very ready for sleep.
Okay.
As am I.
Would you like to be carried back, or do you got this?
I'm quite fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, begin heading back into town.
Yep.
Okay. Since the guard's on fairly high alert, there are multiple people patrolling the streets. One of them stops and goes, "Is that a goblin?"
Yes.
Yes.
We found him and many others out in one of the farmhouses.
Why do you bring it here?
To see if anyone happens to know Goblin or the spell to communicate with other creatures to see if there's any more out there.
Oh, I'm sure Huxley can speak with it.
Okay, well, we'll go talk to Huxley then and see if he can get any information out of it because we don't want to leave any of those out there.
Okay, follow me. We'll throw it in one of the stocks.
Okay.
And he takes you to the center of town. There's just several stocks around, no one currently in them, and there's a gallows in the middle.
I'm just gonna look at it, look at the goblin, look at the thing, look at the
Oh,
size
I'm
of
sure
the
they
head.
have small size stocks.
Well,
Oh no, they don't. They don't.
Oh.
When you were in them, your feet were dangling off the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just look at the size of the head of the goblin. Do you think it'll fit?
No, it'll be very uncomfortable. But
It'll fit.
Okay. Trust
He-
me.
It'll
Clamps it
fit.
down, puts him in, locks the thing. Okay, we've got it in there. I'm gonna make sure no one comes up here and
Kills it.
Does this?
well, mainly
Ow! Ow!
he seems confused. It's people can come and throw things at it and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to get you know for a fact because you've been in this a lot of times that people will come and throw things at you when you're in the yeah.
I probably got some regulars for you.
But
Oh, hey,
I'm
is
mainly
that-
concerned about the kids that are curious getting too close and getting a finger bit off. I know there's no kids out here, but there are a few families around here that kind of let their kids run wild.
Yep. No, I get it.
So
It is a sharp mouth.
It's supposed to have a muzzle or anything that could be made into one, do we?
he looks at. We don't have anything to fit this. Is goblins have those really wide heads. We could probably make something, but
Put something in his mouth.
I don't.
Just put up a sign.
Just not bite.
I'm just gonna watch this. I'm gonna let you go get Huxley, and Huxley can then tell me what to do from there.
Just a sign that says not responsible for missing fingers.
Let's go bother Huxley again.
Oh, it's not a bother. He loves us.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
We do so much for this town. I mean, we just made a farmer very rich.
We did.
Okay, you get to the warden's house. It's marked by the green lantern hanging outside. How hard do you knock? Because he does have a large-ish house.
Monk knock.
Flurry of knocks.
After a few months, one moment, you hear something get knocked over.
Oh, I woke him up.
You may have startled him.
Huxley answers the door. He's in pinstripe silk pajamas. He has the nightcap on, just off to the side.
Hold
He's
a candle.
He's holding a candle. His ears. He has a forced smile on his face, but you can't tell his ears are flat down.
So people actually wear things like that, huh?
Yes.
Huxley does. It's you guys here at this late hour. Is it an emergency?
Somewhat. Most of the emergency has been averted at this point. We went and checked
Good.
on the lights in the hills.
Oh, what was it? His ears perk up again.
Goblins and bugbears. They were at a farm. We managed to rescue the family. We brought one of the goblins in for interrogation to see
But
if
we
there
can't
are
speak
more of
goblin.
them out there because we don't want that.
Oh, and goblins usually don't know too much, but I'll get out of them what I can.
Okay. There's some figures that were supposed to be
Is he in the stocks or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I figure you or us can dispense justice afterwards.
Oh, of course. We are preparing the gallows anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, the only concern with waiting very long was that possibly people could come by and be injured by the goblin.
Oh, yes. We do have some people that would probably go up and poke it. Goblins aren't normally seen like in the village, and the people who don't venture outside of it likely haven't seen them. So, to the town center, he puts on some slippers, and he makes his way to the town center. Are you guys going with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
He takes a look at the
We got a
thing.
bet to settle.
I pull out my 50 gold.
I'll
As
leave
he
mine for the
goes-
way for now.
He spits at him. He burns him a little with a candle.
I knew it!
But at least that's
Burns
for
him again with the
productive
candle a little
purpose.
bit.
keeps doing it!
They yell in Goblin, which seems like it's mainly spoken in loud grunts and things like that. And Huxley intermittently burns him. Eventually the tones begin to drop down a little bit.
So that's Goblin for
And-
speak, or I'll burn you.
And Huxley sets the candle down across his arms. Well, apparently they were with a group over around Burning Pass, which we knew that there were troops up in that area. He doesn't know much besides that they had broken off from there. The bugbear was named Cracktooth. He was leading the group. They were supposed to watch the town and send a message back if like a large amount of troops became garrisoned here.
Would you say that's useful knowledge? Yes or no? Just asking.
We already knew that
I gave
they
you the
were
50 gold before you
were,
were
goblins and bugbears trying to gain this information. We didn't know that there were any present now. This is a tactic they've used before. Somewhat useful information, I guess. And it is hard to classify this. It's mainly stuff that we're
We'll count that
generally
as
aware
your
of.
victory.
All right.
But
I'm comfortable with
we
that.
did not know that they were using tactics like, well, breaking into houses and enslaving people. That's fairly new.
Yes, this is Katja.
Oh. Greetings. Does it...
Yes.
It's
She
a pleasure
speaks.
to meet you, Katja. And Huxley tips his little nightcap. Yes. I would like clothes.
Yes. Do you know anyone who would have clothes for a small-sized creature this time of night?
No. Huxley starts unbuttoning his night shirt. Here you go. And Katja slides it on and changes underneath your large cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's large to her. And she buttons it down and hands it back. And it seems to work for covering the important parts.
Okay. Well, we'll get you nice clothes tomorrow, but that'll do for now, and we'll return said shirt.
Katja nods. Huxley sees like the frog mucus already kind of soaking into the silk. No, consider this a gift from me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
It's very, very, very gracious of you.
Not a
Huxley's so
problem. Not a
generous.
problem.
And
Anyways, I think it's time we go treat our wounds. But, yeah.
I wish I knew healing spells.
Me too. That'd be really
Oh,
useful.
for who?
For you guys.
Oh.
But
There you go, good buddy.
We could wake miles up. I'm actually fairly certain that he wouldn't be overly bothered by it. He doesn't sleep
where
too
are
well
there-
anyways.
Just a good night's sleep.
Just insomnia? Or
No.
visions?
No, it's nothing along those lines either. He had a very rough youth. And I just don't think he's the sort of person who ever gets a good night's sleep.
Gotcha. Well, we'll let him get whatever kind of sleep he can get. And we can let our...
We can bother him in the morning.
Exactly. We're kind of tired as is.
And obviously I will put together whatever reward I can find for you all.
Okay.
Always appreciate it.
Well, it's not often you have a group of adventurers show up in your town and literally start solving all your problems like some sort of miracle appearing out of the sky. I really should be expressing a lot more thanks right now, but in truth, I'm tired.
No. Oh, we get it. We get it.
So,
We
I
took-
am very appreciative. I should have you speak with Shadona at some point.
It's the peacock lady.
Yeah,
Yes.
the peacock lady, also known as the mayor.
The one the attack peacock.
Did we ever establish whether or not that was a pet or familiar or what that was?
think it's a pet.
Oh,
I think that's
okay.
what we established.
Okay.
I believe we
I
confirmed it
believe
was-
the question was asked at some point.
Yes,
Okay.
and I believe it was not a familiar.
At least I don't believe it to be.
Okay.
But I'll leave you be
Yes.
with my thanks, of course.
Do you want us to dispatch the goblin, or...
Oh, no, you've done enough. Go ahead, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Sorry, Mordrax.
Do you want to?
I don't care.
I just
either
start
way.
walking back towards the tavern.
Yep, me too.
Huxley's just looking at it. Huh.
Why don't you, like, put it to work?
I don't trust it.
It worked for the bugbear.
I'm not a bugbear.
No, you just get real big and go, and then you just go like,
The goblins and bugbears in this area, as well as the gnolls and orcs and many of the other monstrous creatures, tend to be parts of these organized cults. And I wouldn't want to bring that sort of influence into my community. That's just asking for trouble.
I shake my head at the goblin.
Now, this one doesn't know exactly what they were worshipping. He was just told to worship this big stone statue of an eye with wings. What that means, I'm not sure.
Knowledge religion.
Go ahead.
And now that I've left, there's the useful information.
Yeah.
17.
Maybe
no,
I come up later. We'll
no,
find
more than that. Sorry. That
won't
would be
know.
20.
It's not. We don't know. If
20.
that's
Actually, you've read about this before back in your days in the Abbey. You guys had access to books of very rare religious knowledge. And there was a deity worshipped in the kind of the wilderness called the Hunter in the Dark. And you think that this has all the sort of iconography of the Hunter in the Dark.
Cool.
But this is you only knew about this worship being further north.
Okay.
Besides, the
Do you express any of that
implication
to
of
him?
the agreement
To
was that
Huxley?
we'd be
Yeah.
led to information
Okay.
that would help us find others in the
Yeah,
woods. It's
yeah.
not about some
Yeah.
religion. So.
I already gave the money up. I'm also not there present, so...
But no, you go get some rest. I'll figure out the best way to deal with this.
I walk into the tavern and just immediately start walking towards my bedroom.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
As
actually go
you
ahead and get
guys-
Keelix know that I'm going because I feel like I've been in the city for too long, so I'm going out somewhere in the woods.
Actually, something's going to happen. As
Oh.
you guys are walking by the tavern, though, a rock comes hurling out of the darkness and smacks Mordrax on the head.
Now,
Just poof.
when you say
Oh.
rock,
Uh-oh.
Like a big
Okay.
rock.
Someone's going
Not a bird.
Someone's gonna
So-
No, not a bird, not a bird. But it hits you in your helmet just right where it doesn't do any real damage, but it hurts like freaking hell.
Uh-oh.
You see that drunk man, and he points over at you. I got him! And he taps on the window. And he seems to look at Idavan. And he goes, I got him! You see Idavan jump over the counter and come sprinting outside.
Oh.
What are you guys doing?
Mordrax. Alright.
Alright, don't kill him, Mordrax.
I kind of get between Mordrax defensively. Not like I'm trying to stop Mordrax, but more like I don't want any more rocks thrown at him. Does he look like he's going out there to beat the crap out of this man?
It's hard to tell. He's moving quick.
He's probably not coming out here to
also
assist
says-
him.
Well, I'm gonna let nature take its course for a minute.
Okay. You guys go ahead and let the scene unfold.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna
about to-
kind of like strike a position, like I'm ready to fight him if he
Yeah,
tries
I'm
it.
actually getting very ready to fight him at this
As
point.
Idavan
What's your
slides
pro-
out the door, he goes, I got him! I got the devil! Idavan comes up, grabs him, and slugs him hard on the jaw. You're not sure if he goes straight out, but he goes flat limp. Idavan grabs him, and he pulls him real close to him. If you want to make a perception check,
I do.
No.
Sure.
That's a whole lot of no.
he's trying to keep it quiet, so you're going to have to get a high roll.
Well, I
16.
I rolled a 20, so 25.
I'll do it.
17.
Let's see here. 15.
You're going to catch, he says something along the lines, and you kind of, this is what you're piecing together from the words you do catch, that he doesn't care what happened to you in the war, you can't do this, that these people are helping our community, don't come back here, or don't come back here again. As Idavan pulls him back up to his feet, turns around, and just pushes him into one of the alleys. Yeah, the last you see of him is him grabbing the side of his jaw and just stumbling into the darkness. Idevin looks fuming.
Are you okay, Mordrax?
Yeah, this has been something that's been going on for quite a long time.
Don't worry, I got him.
Let's stop.
No,
Nobody beats up Mordrax.
he didn't.
Idevin eventually turns and comes up to you. You alright?
Yeah, nothing I'm not already used to.
I'm a crossbow.
Would you stop it?
I'm sorry that had to happen. Don't worry, he won't be welcome here again.
So what was that about?
A few years ago, there was a demon attack. And I don't know why, but somehow it affected me when I was born, so... Hence why I seem to get... And they're not very common sense, why people don't like this for...
So you were affected by the demon attack then?
Yeah, my mother was.
Your mother was. That's interesting. Not good, and I'm not saying interesting in a good way, but...
Well, it's part of what made Mordrax who Mordrax is, so it's not necessarily a bad thing either.
That's true. But I'm guessing a lot of people did not do well in this demon attack.
Most people in this land don't fully understand what a demon is. They're so rare here.
Mm-hmm.
What I know about him, he was in some sort of war in a foreign land involving demons. He had come here to retire, but his life basically fell apart. I don't think he ever left the battlefield. He can apparently sense them or something like that, and sometimes when someone that is of the demon blood or devil blood comes through this area, he'll get riled up and he'll follow them around and he'll do this sort of stuff. Altogether, he's a drunkard. I've never seen him like severely injure anyone. It's usually saying names, throwing rocks, until someone puts him in his place and then he slinks off again.
Well, Mordrax, you should probably keep your wits about you just in case. I know there hasn't been a lot of outcry from the public here, but...
Most people in Grunkalf will judge you by your character. Some people, no.
Like I said, worse than Highland Moor.
Yeah, okay.
We can't help it when bad stuff happens to us.
Anyways.
What we do next going forward.
Idevin cleans his hands up and he walks back in.
It's time for bed.
Anyone up for a drink before bed?
No.
Yes!
I believe my blood has stopped flowing freely, but I don't think I should thin it any.
Well, I've got plenty of blood to thin, so...
Well, you do that. I'm going to bed.
And Mordred, did you say something about you going and sleeping in the wilderness tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do that?
That's where I'm used to sleeping.
Yes.
This is unnatural to me.
I know, but there's also a man out there with a vendetta against you. And goblins and gnolls and bugbears and such.
I'm sure if he's
Is
used
that
to
different
sleeping in
from
the
any
wilderness,
other
I
day?
imagine he can handle it. It's not like there's not
I'm just
dangers in
asking.
the wilderness
I'm
where
just
he's used
asking.
to.
If you're still comfortable with it, then go
I mean,
for
do you
it.
not trust that Mordrax knows what he's doing?
I'm just saying we've run into a lot of dangerous things in the past couple of days, and a little bit of caution pays. But bedtime.
Would you prefer to have someone there with you?
Poppy, go to bed.
Would you?
I could just tell you where it is. If I'm not back by a certain time, you can just investigate there.
But if he attacks you in the night, I'd kind of
If
like
he
someone
attacks
to be
Mordrax in the night, then that guy's gonna be dead in the morning, not
And-
Mordrax.
And you know what? We're not going to know that it happened. Because I guarantee he's not going to tell us.
As you seem to
That'll
be
be
looking
fine.
away instead of in the tavern, Idevin's going to pop out again. Mordrax, are you staying out in the wilderness this evening?
Yes.
Would you care to hunt with me in the morning? I go hunting before dawn.
Sure.
Where will I find you?
I'll get.
He leans in.
Yeah, it's going to be like Actually, this is actually a good out-of-game question.
Yeah.
Is there any particular areas to my religion that are nearby?
In this area, not that you're aware of. The Green Faith isn't particularly big, specifically around Grunkauf, and you don't know of any ancient locations here. You imagine there probably have to be some, but there's none that you're aware of offhand. Did you make the check to notice that Idavin is a worshiper of Old Deadeye? I know there's a roll for this several sessions ago.
No, it would have been an knowledge religion, so I went.
Okay. You imagine there have to be some around, but none that you know of personally. You know there's a lot more around Hank Glowmore.
Okay. I'll probably tell me I was going to be near the. I'm going to be near a tree to the.
Okay. I think I know where you're talking.
Yeah.
And he heads back in.
I head back in as well. And up to the room.
And I head in
Head to bed.
and see if I can get a
Drink.
Okay, let's see. What are we thinking tonight, guys?
Oh, nothing too strong. Probably just the usual.
Okay.
Plenty
He
of money to
pulls
pay
out
with it.
two nice. He pulls out two nice meads.
Thank you.
He pops one for himself.
Just start a tab.
Already have. Nothing on it. I've already heard about what happened.
News travels fast.
News travels fast to the tavern.
Makes sense. I'm gonna pace myself a bit more than Caleb's here.
He pulls out one more for you.
Yeah, he's already got it sitting there.
And I'm going to go ahead and fade out at that point. And we'll see you guys on our next episode. And remember, may your dice always strike true. Hey guys, thank you so much for following our adventure so far. I'm so glad that we're starting to pick up fans. I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying our show. And if you guys really are, give us a like, a share, a subscribe. Tell a friend about us. We really enjoy making content for you guys. If you really, really, really like us, check out our Patreon. We've got some cool stuff on there. And if you want more adventures with me, Amanda, and Devin, check out Chris's Vampire the Masquerade game. We're all players over there, and he's running a great, great, great story. But as always, may your dice always strike true.